Welcome back to AI Historic Expeditions. In today's journey through history, we delve into the intricate lives of the mothers-in-law of King Henry VIII. First marriage on June 11, 1509. The first mother-in-law, Isabella I of Castile. Our journey begins with Isabella I of Castile. In the year 1485, at the age of 34, Isabella gave birth to Catherine of Aragon, who would eventually ascend to become the first wife of King Henry VIII. Isabella, with her husband Ferdinand II of Aragon, were the first monarch to be known as King and Queen of Spain. Their reign ushered in the Spanish Golden Age. Most notably, they completed the Reconquista, initiated the Spanish Inquisition, and financed Christopher Columbus's voyage to the New World. Queen Isabella I and her husband played a crucial role in arranging the marriage in 1501 to Arthur, Henry's older brother. However, she passed away in 1504 at the age of 53 before her daughter married again, this time to Henry VIII. Second marriage on January 25, 1533. The second mother-in-law, Elizabeth Boleyn. Next, we turn to Elizabeth Boleyn, who was married to the ambitious courtier Thomas Boleyn. She bore 3 children, including Mary Boleyn, mistress to King Henry VIII, and Anne Boleyn, who would become his queen. Elizabeth Boleyn was 21 years old at the time she gave birth to the future queen. It is not clear what role Elizabeth Boleyn played in the marriage of Anne Boleyn to Henry VIII. However, it is known that Anne's father, Thomas Boleyn, was instrumental in arranging the marriage between his daughter and the king. Third marriage on May 30, 1536. Meet the third mother-in-law, Margery Wentworth. Now we meet Margery Wentworth, who became a mother to the future Queen Jane Seymour at the age of 31. Jane was the third wife of King Henry VIII, and through her, Margery became the grandmother of King Edward VI of England. The large Seymour family includes other notable figures like Edward Seymour, the Lord Protector of Edward VI. Fourth marriage on January 6, 1540. Meet the fourth mother-in-law, Maria of Jülich-Berg. Crossing borders, we encounter Maria of Jülich-Berg, Duchess of Jülich-Berg. She married John III, Duke of Cleves, and their daughter Anne became King Henry VIII's fourth wife. Interestingly, the court painter Hans Holbein painted portraits of the both sisters, Amalia and Anne of Cleves, to be presented to the English King Henry VIII, who was seeking a bride. He chose Anne. There are some opinions claiming that Maria of Jülich-Berg was in fact against Anne's marriage to Henry. She opposed it due to the fate of his previous wives. A few months later, the fifth marriage on July 28, 1540. The list goes on. The fifth mother-in-law, Jocasta Joyce Culpeper. We shift our focus to Jocasta Joyce Culpeper, who became Catherine Howard's mother at the age of around 44. Catherine Howard became the fifth wife of King Henry VIII at the young age of 19 in 1540. Henry, on the other hand, was almost 50. Joyce Culpeper died in 1528. If she had survived, perhaps her daughter's life would have been different. Luckily, we reach the sixth marriage on July 12, 1543, and the last mother-in-law, Maud Green. Finally, we have Maud Green, Lady Parr, who was a close friend and lady-in-waiting to Catherine of Aragon, and probably named her own daughter after her. She gave birth to Catherine in 1512 at the age of 20. An intelligent, well-educated woman, Maud died in 1531 before she would ever know that her daughter had become queen consort. The opinions these women held of Henry remain unknown. There is no record of any trouble between him and these women, so it is possible that he had a favorable opinion of them. It is likely that Henry was acquainted with Elizabeth Boleyn, Margery Seymour, and Maud Parr, since they would have been present at court during his reign as king. As for Joyce Culpeper, it is possible that Henry knew her through her husband. However, he would not have known Queen Isabella of Castile and Leon, as she passed away before he married her daughter. Similarly, Maria of Jülich-Berg is not known to have visited Anne of Cleves.